3 items to add to your cost of living list when you're moving or retiring to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Tons of lists out there, but I want to add a little spin to this conversation and tell you about 3 things you may not have on your list. Number 1, personal services. You should add this. There's tons of great massage, getting your nails done, getting a pedicure, whatever your jam is. You want to add that probably to your budget, unless you're like not into self-care at all. This is the place to be into self-care. 2 that you may want to also add to your list are activities or fitness. There's so much to do here. Honestly, whether you're going to yoga or Pilates or you're golfing or whatever it might be, most people forget about the activities that they want to do here, and it's an amazing lifestyle. I found that most yoga and Pilates studios are probably about 10 to 15% less than the pricing in Canada or the US, so just kind of figure that out in your brain. So add activities, fitness to your line item list also. And the final thing is you may want to have a taco line, meaning add that literally to your cost of living. Tacos really vary in prices. I feel like I should do a video just on taco prices. If you go to a more like local street cart type of guy or gal, you're probably gonna pay about 20 pesos a taco, and they're often loaded with meat and all kinds of goodies. Or if you're going to restaurants, those prices are gonna change, right? You're gonna be paying anywhere from 200 to 400. Yes, seriously, 200 to 400 pesos for tacos at a more high-end restaurant. Of course, you're gonna have a food budget. I totally get that, but you may wanna add tacos to one of the line items. I'm Shasta Townsend. Thanks for watching. I'm a Canadian and I help people relocate and retire to beautiful Puerto Vallarta. DM me if you wanna be one of those people. Have a great day.